T-shirt, and this national T-shirt is this from region from the west of Ukraine, and I will cook for you. In this T-shirt, it's some special code is here, and because each region in Ukraine has each code, and when you when you make these T-shirts, you should wear them for different occasions. Sometimes if you can wear it for the wedding, you can wear for the for the birthday, but I'm wearing almost every day these T-shirts because I like them, and that's why I want to cook them in them to you. Well, today I have a great picture of motion and no sound for you. No sound. So, but I think everyone is okay. I will try. But you hear me? Everyone is hearing me. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's if you. If you didn't hear me, you could write me. Sounds okay. Okay, super. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I will cook today, I will cook something with potatoes, and I know that potatoes is all around the world, but in Ukraine we didn't have potatoes before the 17th century, maybe 18th century, and in Ukraine we were eating potatoes, but not the bulbs. We were eating the flowers of potatoes, and that's why a lot of people in Europe and in Ukraine were dying because of that. It's like it was only for 50 years, and I think only in 19th century we started to eat a lot of potatoes, and we start to create our national dishes with these potatoes, and start to be very famous in Ukraine to eat potatoes, and everyone now thinks and that potatoes was created in Ukraine, but not in Ukraine, but somewhere here, because every child eats potatoes like three times a week, and it's normal. Okay, and. I know that in different parts of the world, people cooks with potatoes different dishes, and our dish is called very easy because it's called tertuchi. Tertuchi, it means that we take some gratinier. I don't know how to say it in English. And we grate something, and it literally means that we will grate potatoes, and process of grating potatoes is actually our name of this dish. So it's called grate potatoes. Great, to grate, grated potatoes. I don't know how to say it. It's called tertuchi, just Ukrainian word. Maybe it's like a potato pancakes, but it's a bit different. But maybe something similar. But we call it in different way. Gratin, yeah. But gratin, it's more French. Gratin and gratinier. So, but you understand what I'm speaking. Tertuchi, yeah. Lucas wrote it down. Nice. So, you can donate it money if you can, because every of your donation are coming to my project, and my project are working we are helping the people. We are trying to work here in a different fronts. We're helping to the army. We're helping to the people who just need the money. In my restaurant, I'm cooking like 300 people a day for free for the refugees. So donations is a nice thing. Donations, it's your words to say thank you. It's like how it is. As always, you can. You can ask me questions. You can do everything what you want, and I will do everything which I want. And I think we will be, we will like it together. So, in Ukraine, as I told you, we eat a lot of potatoes because it's cheap, and we can eat it a lot. Now it's the most hardest process in my life. I all the time I hated this process because you cannot use food processor. You can actually, if you will cook it at home, it's okay. But if you want to make it a real national Ukrainian dish, you should do it, but by your hand, because you will have this crunchiness. Because if you don't have the crunchiness, the dish starts to be a different dish. And what you should do, you should just grate like this. We should have the big pieces. And in Ukraine, we'll trust. That if you do if you cut it in such big pieces, it is the perfect piece for this dish. someone is asking me when I will go to New York. I think that I will be in New York in the end of July, because I had to go in the May, but I will be in the end of July, because I will open something like Ukrainian. I will have to open some Ukrainian restaurants, and I'm helping to create the Ukrainian menu. And actually, yesterday I was in one city near Lviv, and I opened the Ukrainian street food, because before that in Ukraine there was like no Ukrainian street food. It was Thai street food, Chinese street food, but I opened Ukrainian, and for example, like borscht tom yum, or for example, we have a lot of special, like we take cucumbers and we put some honey, some chili, and this honey chili cucumbers, and a lot of very interesting dishes we have there. So I think that in the future, in the closest future, I will open like a small chain of the street food in Europe and in the world. So for me, it was very interesting moment, because in Ukraine, it was in our history, we never cooked street food, but for now, yesterday was the day when everything changed. When are you going to come? Okay, it was the question, I already answered it. So this tradition of cooking this potato, I think it's all around the world, because when people start to have the potatoes, they start to think what they can do, how they can cook these potatoes in some special way, and to make it very tasty, and to make it very, very national. So in the US was created hash brown. In Italy was created gnocchi. In France they created puree, mashed potatoes. And in Ukraine we understood that what we can do, we want to do something with our hands, and we should cook potatoes in frying pans with the pork fat. Actually, that was the background of our a lot of our different dishes, because our different dishes was cooked on a pork fat, and when you cook on pork fat, the dishes start to be more intensive. They start to have very nice, very nice and good aroma. But for now, you can cook this dish in olive oil or just sunflower oil. It doesn't matter, because the main idea is not to make them very hard, like very to taste them very I don't know how to say it, very meaty. It should be like vegetarian, but it's not vegetarian. It's like just potatoes, just onions, some eggs. So it's very. It was in Ukraine like 100, 200 years ago. If you know, maybe you don't know that I'm not historical person, but I'm a person who was studying like 3 years or 5 years, I don't know, a lot of Ukrainian history. So I know everything about these products. I know why we were cooking that, what we were cooking that, and in my streams I will tell you more about Ukrainian cuisine, about this history, about how it comes that Ukraine started to cook in that way. So, like 100 years ago, we were cooking only in the ovens, and we used a lot of pork fat. It was like our main techniques. So, if you want to cook something Ukrainian, you should take a bit of pork fat and a bit of oven, wooden oven, with this smoky aroma, and actually that's all. So this dish, which is called tertuhi, is the same, I think, very common to different dishes, but we like it very much. And my father was cooking that every big holiday. He said, I never cook. I cook only 2 dishes. I cook one Ukrainian borscht and tertuhi, and nothing else. And I was saying, okay. And he came to me all the time. He was coming to me and said, let's help me to grate these potatoes. I said, oh no, I will better eat some omelette, some eggs, but just don't push on me. And 20 years, I already opened like one restaurant, then one more restaurant. I was working like a chef in different restaurants, but I never put in menu this dish because I had like a child problems from my childhood. When you still remember that it was very hard for you, and I think that I should go to the psychologist and he or psychotherapist, and we should work out of that it's not a problem to grate potatoes. Something like that. So I took like 3 potatoes. I'm taking one onion. Onion is just small, normal onion, nothing special. Emily said that you heard about my school reform. Oh yeah. First of all, I will say how to what I'm doing with onions. Half of onion I'm cutting the same. I'm grate onion, but why I'm doing that because I want a lot of juices from the onion to be present in this dish. But if you have onion juice, maybe you can buy onion juice. You can buy onion juice and add like 20 grams of onion juice. But I want to grate it. So let's speak about my school reform in Ukraine. I'm okay. I not alone, but a lot of people were doing that. But we made the school reform. We changed the whole nutrition rules on the government level because on the government level it's hard something to change. But for now, from the 1st of January of this year, people in Ukraine, not children in Ukraine in the school, they started to eat different dishes from all around the world. There is no more unhealthy sausages. There is no more unhealthy fats like trans fats. We created like a totally new system, and this system started to work on the 1st of January, and it was like the biggest food reform from for the last 50 years in Ukraine. So I must say that. I can speak about this reform for the whole years, but I think that if we will make our children healthy, it can help to be a healthy nation. And we created like nutrition. We created nutrition rules on the government level, and we said that. You have to eat like less salt, 5 times less salt should be present in the dishes. And then people was like, oh my God, it's not good. We want to eat salt. I say, don't worry, don't trust in the closest future. You'll understand that you can eat like less salt, not much. And because of war now in Ukraine, we have we don't have much of salt. We have because we had a big factory and it's closed because of the our Russian friends, and now people don't have the salt. And I was saying like, yeah, you see, if you got used to eat not much salt half a year before, it was no problem. It could be no problem for now, and I'm laughing a bit of that because people now is panic where we can take the salt. I say, don't worry, don't eat just salt. Forget about salt. Salt is unhealthy thing. Just a bit of salt is okay, but you don't need that much salt. So now my school reform can help people to eat not much salt now. Kids must be happy. Came to MasterChef Brazil. Oh, it's okay. I won MasterChef in Ukraine. I want to thank you for the invitation to Brazil. But I remember this. It was not very easy. Maybe on TV when you're cooking and when you're watching TV, it's easy. But when you're cooking and a lot of whole country watching you, and it's like not very easy thing. I think that. I'm a lucky one. That's why I won, and I don't want to play MasterChef again. Maybe I will can be a judge. Judge, yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but not to take the part. Okay. What I did? I put a bit of garlic. I grated on a small. I don't know how to say it on this side, small side. And now I'm adding salt. But if you don't eat salt, don't add. I am adding not much. I don't know, like teaspoon of salt, and I'm just mixing that. Also, I'm adding 1 egg and near 100 grams of just normal flour. I don't know the recipe really. It's if you add a lot of eggs, it will our tertuchy will be very watery. But if you add a lot of flour, it will be not. very like sticky. So you should add one egg, and you should add more flour. And when you touch the potatoes and you feel like it's very nice, very smooth, and you like when your hands will be glad to touch these potatoes, it means that you add normal amount of the flour and the eggs. Uh, Olga was cooking borscht and potato before the war. Yeah, I missed her borscht. Me too. This is how I make potato legs. Yeah, but next time I will. I started to cook. I started to show you different dishes, but in it's just the beginning of my streams. So I think that in the closest future, I will cook like a lot of different interesting things. I just understood that I want to start with something very common Ukrainian, but then you will see very very interesting, very modern, and very I think useful dishes. Okay, now I'm taking the spoon and I'm mixing that because I need to have some nice structure. And now we should add here like everything what you want. I have cumin. It's not very also very famous Ukrainian seeds, but now you can create everything because how I think and what I'm thinking that each tradition should be modern because I should be should become more modern than it is. Because if you're cooking authentic dishes without any drops of some modern things, it starts to be very boring because I trust and I believe that everything should be very alive, very alive, very interesting, very I don't know. I think it's alive. It's a must proper word for my philosophy of cuisine. Because when I was cooking by all the recipes and different, I took the different books. I cooked like different recipes by the authentic dishes by the old real recipes, and sometimes it's like, phew, I better not cook that because 200 years ago it was not like very. It was the food. It interesting food, but it's not very. I don't know how to translate it. It's not very tasty. Yeah, I know how to translate it because 200 years ago was totally different tastes in the world. We didn't have McDonald's. We didn't have the all modern equipment, and that's why dishes from the past should be transformed in the future. Okay, there is question. She was adding smoked pear to borscht. Yeah, I made the last week's one with the cornmeal and added a lot of different sauces to the side. I even put some hoisin on side. Whew. You're adding some hoisin. Oh my god, I like this sauce. Okay, so pan. So some. I'm adding like 3 tablespoons of sunflower oil because sunflower oil we have a lot here for now. Maybe I don't know what's going to be in the future because now it's not much land where we can put the sunflowers. Maybe in a half in a year, maybe in a year, sunflower oil going to be very expensive. So, but for now we can use it much. Okay. Also, I have capers. Capers, it's not Ukrainian thing. I think you understand that it's very Italian thing. And now when you add some peppers, you start to, they're so sour. It will it will change the taste. So all the time when you eat something plain or just you eat something very like smooth, when I'm eating something smooth, I'm adding some elements which can blow in my mouth. And when I'm eating this tartuhi, when I'm eating this dish, it's very the taste which they has. It's very like a plain. But with the cumin and with the capers, I'm trying to change the taste. So pan is hot, oil is hot. Now I'm taking 1 spoon like this one. And I'm I'm putting to the pen. Okay, like this. Easy, 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 easy. Yeah, it's very big spoon. Yeah. So, and just I'm waiting. But if you, there is one very interesting thing that if you are adding and if you are using the young potatoes, it's not very good thing because in young potatoes there is not much starch, and if there is not much starch, your dish will not be tasty. And this whole idea of the dish is the starch. And as if you could take if you could find the very old potatoes, as much as it older, as better the taste you will have. Yeah, someone asking, are you? Yeah, I'm in Ukraine now. I came back here because 1 week I was okay. 10 days I've been traveling through the Europe, and I was doing the different events with the food, and I was promoting the food, and I got actually 1 second. I got the prize actually. Yeah, I want to show you this prize called World International Bloggers Award, and in this international award, I was nominated, but not I won actually the nomination of the food blogger. So now you're watching the best food blogger in the world. Such interesting and unexpected life. And this food blogger is staying in a very old flat in Lviv. So it's very interesting. Yeah, because now when war started in Ukraine, everything changed because all these normal things which we was like working for, we was working for the expensive interiors, we was working for the we all the time we wanted the high quality cameras, that we should pay a lot of money for the cameraman who is filming you, and all this thing are just gone now. And for now is one thing which is real important is the truthness. If it's truth, if it's like a real one, people started actually in Ukraine to understand that main idea is the how much it's true or not. Thank you for congratulations. I didn't expect, but I did a lot of things for the last year to got this prize, and I got it finally. So I came back now, and now I'm in Ukraine, and I opened yesterday. I told already one more street food. So I have street food. I have a bistro in Lviv, and I have in Kiev the restaurant. And now I can cook for you in my house. So if you want to me, or maybe you have ideas what you want me to cook next time, I can create something. Maybe if you will say one ingredient, let's play the game. You can say one ingredient, and I will integrate this ingredient in the next dish. I think it's going to be very interesting when I will be cooking for you. Boris, for me, you would do well even on UK television. Oh, thank you very much. Fish, street food place is where? Is Ivano-Frankivsk. It's Ukrainian San Francisco. It's I don't know how to translate it. What city you are in? I'm in Lviv, West Ukraine. I thought Kiev was bombed. Kiev was bombed, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that it was bombed like totally. I think it's only 2% of all, maybe 1% of all buildings are destroyed, but 99% of buildings are not destroyed. And people now are coming back to the Kiev because now there is no Russian army. Maybe if they will come again, people will go from the Kiev again somewhere. So when war is happening, it's all the time you're changing your place of staying. So there is no more people who are living in one place. Everyone is changing their ways to live. Yes, okay. Голубці. cabbage, holubci. If you want to cook holubci, I will cook holubci next time, but I will cook it with the potatoes. It's very interesting dish. So let's speak about this tartuchy. This dish is was appeared actually in Ukraine, in North Ukraine, because in the north of Ukraine we have a lot of forests, and we have in this region, when I was reading and I was discovering the Ukrainian cuisine, I found that a lot of people are eating these potato tartuchy, and they adding a lot of mushrooms. They adding a lot of different elements, but then after people, now we are cooking this North Ukrainian tartuchy, but after the people was eating this tartuchy, they start to travel all around Ukraine, and now if you will go to the West Ukraine, you will find this dish with the different sauces. Someone is cooking in different way. Someone is cooking like this, and then they put in some special bowl this dish and put in the oven for 20 minutes in case them to become like more hard. Someone likes it. For me, I don't like it. I like the crunchiness and the combination of the sour cream and this potato and this sour cream and some aromas from the cumin or from the other thing. And in the middle of Ukraine, people are cooking this dish like one big tartuk, and they put inside a lot of meat, and they close it, and it's called like a Cossacks dish, and you have in the end such a big pancake. So it's a different traditions and different ways of cooking. Okay, so I think that my pancake is already. They are quite. No, it's not pancakes. It's more like tartuchy already. I am taking from the fire there, and now it's a most interesting moment because what I'm doing, and you must hear this crunchiness. It's nice sound, and I understand that in my mouth it will have like. It will explode, and it will be like some big and nice explosion in my mouth. Okay, I should find the very nice plate. 1 second, because here not much place. But even I was asking my guy who's renting me, I was asking maybe can you tell me why so small kitchen? And he said, actually, like 50 years ago, here was no kitchen. It just I created, because originally I don't know where people cook the food it's in the center of the old town. So for me, it was like a very strange information. Okay, I think that it's very nice thing. I think that people, my friends actually, they like to eat this dish in the morning, but I'm not sure that I want to eat them in the morning. For me, it's much more better to eat them in the evening, because for the morning is quite hard thing. Okay, now I have the smetana again. It's I was telling that last time it's sour cream. Actually, when I was trying to find the smetana in Europe, it's called in a different ways. It's called like a totally different ways. But if you really want to try smetana, you should come to Ukraine. And I'm actually inviting you and inviting to my restaurants all the time. So when war is finished, I want you to come here. And now this is the moment of the truth. Oh yeah. Can you see this? Whoop. And this sourness, and it should be a bit. Cold, and sourness. It makes like sourness and crunchiness. I think it's two elements which are very common to Ukrainian cuisine. Now I'm adding everything what you want. I know and I believe that Ukrainian cuisine uh, has a very big potential in the world. But what I should do and what you should do, you should just, if you will cook, sorry, if you will cook this dish, you should put something from you, not just go by my recipe and then everything like that. Because I don't like when someone is cooking like gram by gram. I like when someone is creating something. And now, so something every like I like when someone is adding something to the dishes. Now what I'm doing, I'm putting some greens on top because I like greens. It's actually very. You have here something like rucola. It looks like very rucola, but it's rucola, no rucola, or it's arugula. But it's really. I went just outside and I have the yellow one. Oh, I forget. It's a flowers actually. It's a flowers, and I like to eat flowers. I like to eat all greens. And this day, you know what I created? I will show you again. Sorry, just 1 second. Uh, all the time, just imagine all my life how I was eating strawberries. I took the strawberries. I was buying them like in the street because a lot of ladies now selling the fresh strawberries. I was doing like this, and I was eating like this. But oh yeah, it's dandelion. Yeah, dandelion flower, dandelion leaves. But today I was thinking why I'm why I'm doing like this, why I'm taking these greens and I'm throwing them away because these greens are very similar to the rucola and very similar to dandelion flower. Just take a look. So I think that they are sisters and brothers. And I understood that it's better, much more better to eat like this. And nothing happens. It just means that if you eat the salad with the greens and the strawberries, I think like everyone ate one maybe once for a lifetime some salad with the strawberries, and actually strawberries it's actually salad. If I put some salt here and I put some, for example, olive oil, oh, like this. Ba-bam! So today was the day of the truth. I understood that strawberries is actually salad. Okay. Waste no greens. Yes, Lily. That's what I was telling Real. Okay, so I think that my dish is ready. I want to say you that you can donate money for my organization for my team, and donation is very nice thing. So feel free and you can do this. And next time I finally will be on a big kitchen. And on the big kitchen, I will cook holubtsi, as you say. People, you asked me to cook holubtsi with potatoes and with the beans, because in Ukrainian tradition, sometimes we are connecting the potatoes, beans, and the poppy seeds. Combination of the beans, potatoes, and poppy seeds. It's something very new. I know that you're ready already to try something new from the Ukrainian cuisine, and this combination is really, 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 really great. So I think that we can finish because I can cook till the night for the few hours. But I think that for the beginning, at the beginning of our streams, because I think that I will make streams for the long period. I don't want to speak much. We will speak not much, but very effective. And all my dishes which I'm doing, you must see and you must understand it's very fast. Just 30 minutes and like maybe 25 minutes, and you have a dish. And this is very important for me because when you're cooking like 2 hours, some dishes like you want to sleep, like kill me. But if you cook it for the 30 minutes, it's like easy to do this because food should be easy and should be you should be passion. Should be passion. Food. I should be passion, and food should be easy and very tasteful. Because if it's tasteful, it means that it is great. Okay, so thank you very much. Now I'm already know where put the where I should put. I signed on today. Do you have a recipe? Someone asking. Someone want to see inside. Sorry. Okay, if you want to see inside, you will see inside. It's like hot. Okay. Mm. 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 I think that I can just eat for the camera. Let's do like I will just cook and then eat 15 minutes in silence. It's like SMER. Ah. Mm. Okay, thank you very much for helping. Thank you very much for supporting. Our country is war, but I think that we will win 100%. And in Ukraine, we have a lot of food. Thank you that you're watching. Tell to your friends that there is one best blogger having its stream, because I think not much best bloggers has such interesting, maybe not much, but streams. And just thank you for support. And let's. For me, it's very important to show you and to speak about Ukrainian cuisine to the world, because that's part of me. And if you watch the stream, that means that you like it. Maybe just you spend your time for that. And for me, it's very important. And I think in the future, when all world will be eating Ukrainian cuisine, you will say, we was the first who was watching him. Okay, thank you very much. Keep on touch, and I'm kissing you. Bye bye.